Hello students of grade 6, I'm your mentor Miss Alivi, and for today's class we will be learning from a new unit called When, Where and How from your history portion. So let's start the class without further delay. In today's class we will learn three main subtopics. First, what is history? Second, classifications of history. And last, applying geography to the past. So let's start the class by asking, what is history? History is the study of the past and future events. It deals with what people did and how they lived in the past. The word history has been derived from the Latin word historia. Herodotus is regarded as the father of history. The scholars who help us to reconstruct the stories of the past are called historians, and a person who studies history is called a historian. Historians first collect the information from the sources. They separate them, study, analyze them, and put them together to recreate the past. People know what happened in the past by looking at things from the past sources and deriving information from it. Sources like books, newspapers, and artifacts like tools, potteries, and remains of humans and animals. History is divided into three categories. Firstly, we have prehistory, that is the period for which there are no written records. Second, we have protohistory, the period in which culture or civilization came into resemblance of written record, but it was not interpreted and understood. Lastly, we have the third category, that is history, period for which there are written records and which can be understood. Now moving on to the last topic, why is geography helpful in studying the past? Geography is useful as it helps us to understand the location of settlements, the movement of people, and the creation of states. It also helps us to answer questions like, why did early city flourish near the banks of river? This question requires a geographical approach to the study of history. Earliest city flourished near riverbanks because the inhabitants were heavily dependent on farming. Their close location to river provided easy access to water for the crops. In addition, rivers were the only means of transport in ancient times. Geography also tells us about India's coastline with many harbors and ports. These harbors and ports helped ancestors to trade with people of distant places like Rome, Mesopotamia, Egypt, and South Asia. Geography also tells us how the mountain passes in the Himalayan range made it possible for people in Iran, Afghanistan, and Central Asia to enter India. These people were either invaders or immigrants. The seas and the mountains acted as natural frontiers. These passes helped in trade between India and Central Asia during ancient times. All of these points collectively prove that geography was very helpful in recreating the past. With this we come to an end for this lesson.